In today's video, we'll be doing a blog post showdown between Anthropic's Claude 2 model and ChatGPT. So essentially, we'll be writing on the same topic. I will also be writing using the same process on Claude 2 and ChatGPT, and then comparing the results to see which AI chat box is able to give us better outputs. So let's go ahead and get started. I've already generated the blog post using Claude. First, I went ahead and generated an outline. This article is about how to sell more homes as a realtor in Miami. I've generated the outline first, and then I've generated each section by section so that we can get a more longer and in-depth article. And if you want to get access to these prompts, I'll leave a link in the description below this video. These are the prompts that I use for most of my long-form content generation when using ChatGPT. So essentially, we generated the outline first, and then we generated each section of that outline separately, and we put that all together to get the full article. And this is what it looks like. The formatting is a little bit off because we had to copy and paste it over and then manually adding our H1s, H2s, and our bullet points. But as you can see, this is the article that we got back from Claude 2. So again, it's about how to sell more homes as a realtor in Miami. We get some points about getting to know the Miami real estate market, building your expertise in the area, leveraging marketing and technology, focus on customer service and relationships, develop partnerships, specialize in certain property types, and a conclusion. Now, I've also went ahead and ran the same prompts on ChatGPT, specifically the GPT 3.5 mode. And this was the full article that we were able to get back from ChatGPT using the GPT 3.5 mode. Again, as you can see, we used the same prompts here. So we generated the outline first, and then we generated each section of the outline. And we were able to get a pretty in-depth and very long article from ChatGPT. So this is the article, How to Sell More Homes as a Realtor in Miami. As you can see here, the word count is about 3,700 words. The word count for Claude was about 1,600 words. So big difference there in the word count. And again, I did the same exact process. So GPT 3.5, this is a snapshot of the article that we were able to generate. So understanding the Miami real estate market, building a strong personal brand, effective marketing strategies, networking and relationship building, maximizing your online presence, effective property presentations, pricing strategies and negotiation skills, providing excellent customer care, and a conclusion. So again, as you can see, very long, very in-depth article. And it kind of follows one particular style. That's usually how GPT 3.5 works. It kind of just writes in bulk. You don't really get much list or tables compared to GPT 4. So just from this side-by-side comparison, obviously we can see that we get a much longer article and a little bit more of an in-depth article from GPT 3.5. And this is kind of the difference between GPT 3.5 and GPT 4 compared to Claude. When it comes to text generation, I would still go with GPT 3.5 or GPT 4. As you can see, you can generate articles and blog posts using Claude 2, but I don't think it's comparable to GPT 3.5. The length is one factor, but when you actually go ahead and read through these articles, you're getting much more specific and relevant content to the blog post in which you're writing about, which is how to sell more homes as a realtor in Miami. I wanted to write on a blog post that was a little bit more specific to kind of really see if we can get that specific and relevant content. And GPT 3.5 did a really good job at assessing the specific Miami landscape and giving us content when it comes to selling real estate in that area. Now let's go ahead and run both of these articles through Originality AI. So first, we're going to start with the Claude 2 article here. We're going to do a new scan. We're going to scan for AI, and we're also going to scan for plagiarism and readability. Let's go ahead and scan this. When it comes to AI detection, the article from Claude is 69% original and 31% AI. So this is actually really good. It's a pretty high original score compared to GPT 3 or GPT 4. And I believe that's because Originality AI has been built on trying to detect GPT 3.5 and GPT 4. So it's much harder to write content using those models and getting past Originality AI, but it's not that well trained on Claude, so that's why you're able to get a much higher originality score. In terms of plagiarism, it is 0% plagiarized, which is also really good. Readability, we have a score of 37.9, which is pretty decent. So let's go ahead and do a new scan and compare that with ChatGPT. In terms of AI detection, it is 0% original and 100% AI. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it's much harder for you to get by Originality.ai, especially when you're using GPT 3. I've only scanned 2,300 words because it takes very long if I were to scan the whole article, but this would give us a good idea. For plagiarism, it is 0% plagiarized, really good as well. And for readability, it is 22. So we get a higher readability score when we use Claude, that was 37. And we got a lower readability score when using GPT 3.5. So overall, if you're really worried about AI detection, then Claude 2 would be a better option for you, because as you can see here, it is not being detected by Originality AI. Well, it is being detected, but at a less rate compared to GPT 3.5 or GPT 4. And also the content seems to be a little bit more readable according to Originality AI on Claude 2 versus ChatGPT 3.5. And just for fun, I've also used the same prompts and the same inputs to generate an article on GPT 4. So I wanted to kind of test out to see how this article would differ from GPT 3.5 and Claude. It is still writing, but let's go ahead and do a quick scan of this. So this is GPT 4, and let's see how this stacks up against Claude and GPT 3.5. For GPT 4, 100% of the content was detected as AI. In terms of plagiarism, it was 0% plagiarized, and in terms of readability, it was a 22. So as we can see here, we are getting higher levels of readability from Claude, and we're also getting lower AI detection from Claude compared to GPT 3.5 and GPT 4, but I think the content is much better from GPT 3.5 and GPT 4. So that's my blog post showdown between GPT 3.5 and Claude 2. Let me know in the comments below which article you think was better and which one of these models worked best for your use case. As always, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, let it be known by giving us a big thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, stay well.